Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ryan. Before I release any of the 3 videos, one of them is one I need to release the next 8 days because of, no, 9 days because of San Diego Comic Con. There are predictions for it, but Miss Marvel just came out. I just watched it this morning and I need to tell you all about it. Okay. I love the series. Why is it beeping? Oh, my cookie's still in. Okay, so Miss Marvel has been and probably always will be my favorite superhero ever, unless they make like, I don't know, like a better one, but I doubt that. So hold on. Basically, the editing was really cool. The soundtrack was amazing. It was just, everyone is so likable. The actors were pretty good. The 5th episode was definitely the weakest one, by far. And there's a lot I can talk about when it comes to that. Hold on, guys. This lighting is really poor. So, oh, you did not see it. Basically, here's what we got. Post-credit scene was cool for the series. The DODC, the villain, was pretty weak because it was really just Agent D. They were posing it as the DODC, but really, as it turns out, Agent Cleary was okay. The Pakistan stuff was really cool. Red Dagger, I would want to see him more. Kamran, we can get some actual cool, because his powers were the color scheme of his old ones, which is cool. I want to lose the glow for Kamala, but I'm okay because she's actually using... Okay, spoiler alert for episode 6 of Miss Marvel. Don't watch it if you haven't seen it. Come back later, put this on watch later, and come back. She actually uses the Embiggen power. She says Embiggen. I freaked out like a total of a jillion times this whole series. I love it. Tons of like Easter eggs and stuff. A few things. Hold on, I need somewhere to put my phone. I don't really have a place. Okay. Okay. So there's a scene in the finale where she's talking to her dad on the roof. She's like, hold on, and then she sits on the like street light. And it looks like a finale. It looks like the credits are about to start. It even creates a lightning bolt with her light. Then it says 1 week later. So it shows this act. And it does a few things, but not a lot. There's one main thing that it does. And I don't like what it does. It shows he's going to Caltech to have the card. And it does a little bit of character stuff, and you're fun, you feel happy about it. But it says it's a mutation. Mutation, but listen to this. I'm still holding to this line in the 2nd episode where it said, it looks like that bangle unlocked the superhuman part of you, right? Okay, yes. But why doesn't the family have powers? Well, okay, that's not really explained too much in the comics, I believe, so far as I've read. I've read a lot, but not everything. Anyways, she did not get a well, unless in the MCU, the inhuman gene is unlocked through mutation caused by the bangle. Okay, but this would set her up to be discriminated against with the other mutants and possibly join the X-Men, which is just not what we want to have happen. Because that's just not her story at all. Hold on. Also, there's definitely a lot of room for Zoe Zimmer to be a lesbian as she is in the comics after the life-threatening event. Hold on, I need to find my keys. Where are my keys? But yeah. Also, the parents in this episode were a little bit too not strict for my liking, because they are supposed to be pretty strict. That's generally it. It was a really enjoyable series, and I love it like 3,000. You can tell there was just so much heart and soul going into this series. You guys got to give me like 1 second to find my keys, because I know I took them out in this video. But, okay. This is everything I really wanted to talk about. One thing I said. Okay, so what this does, with him going to Caltech, I also wish, I need them to explain what happened with the bangle. I know it, looks like, but that's one of my questions. I need to know what happened with it. But this gives him, like, for the next time we see Bruno, be like, oh, I grew my hair out in Caltech, so we can get the comic book look. And I'm really excited for that. Not like he has to earn it. But that's it for now. Thank you. Comment any questions you have down below. I want to talk about this more, but this is my official Miss Marvel video. Bye. Okay, what's up, guys? Before I release any of my 3 videos that I already planned, one of them planned to just predict San Diego Comic Con. It is. Oh, sorry. Not only that. While they were talking, Bruno was already showing him wearing a Caltech shirt. So the only point of that scene was to build a mutant thing. Only point of that scene. And I have a feeling that was done in reshoots too. Due to something or another happening behind the scenes that we'll probably figure out at one point or another. But yes, please do read my letterbox review in the comments. If you have letterbox, follow me, give me a like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It goes into why I don't like the mutants change like a jillion times better than I could ever say here, because I'm just gonna rant too much. I already do rant too much there, but yeah. Thank you for watching. See ya. But basically, my theory is just basically that the entire finale was filmed, or the entire parts that were framing Conrad as a good guy, especially towards the very end, where they could send him off to the Red Daggers, was filmed in reshoots. Maybe they didn't even leave Conrad behind in the original cut, and they did that part in reshoots, and since they only had Thailand for a specific day, or maybe they built that Chinese restaurant in like Atlanta. I don't know. But that's what I think, and that would have made it so much better. And it wouldn't have even sold everything. It just would have made it a lot better. It fixed the villain problem. And yeah, that would have fixed the finale and the series villain problem if they had just not ADR'd that and kept the veil around a little longer. And I'm sure they have their reasons, but that's what my opinion is. Because if the clandestines, or at least Najma and Kamran, because Najma, the actor, is really good, and she seems like she should have a bigger role in here. We're actually trying to maybe open the rift there. The DODC would be doing damage control. And yeah, sure, Kamran should have been stopped. He was doing a little bit of damage here and there. But there would have been it just would have made so much more sense. Because Kamran was acting more like a villain towards the end. And Kamran's always been more of a villain. But I have a theory that most... Also, sorry, you're going to notice this trend, editing me here. Basically, while watching a reaction to Miss Marvel Episode 6, which you can read about actually in the description, I posted a review of it on Letterboxd. The whole series is on there. Excuse me, so please watch whole series before you do it, because there are a little bit of spoilers for the finale, where I do a much more detailed rant of this. Oh, knocked on my water bottle. But basically, something I saw was that they pointed. Oh, sorry. Jay from Preview. Please also, if you like reaction videos, please check them out. Jay and Adam, really cool. But the lighting is also really trash here. Basically pointed out that. All right. There's a scene in the finale when Kamala was talking to Kamran, was ADR, which basically, if you haven't watched some, there's a few Nando V movies checked on his channel out, especially if you like the MCU and video essays, explaining ADR, which is basically just, you haven't noticed it once or twice before, or thought about it once or twice. The actors going in, voice recording over a scene or two because, just for one reason or another. Sometimes it's necessary, completely plot related, and sometimes it's not, and it's to completely drive the second point of the plot in or out. So here, Kamala was the part that was voiced over, Kamala mentioning the part that Najma wanted to pierce the veil, that she pierced the veil. So did she not originally pierce the veil? And that could have been completely, the way that it was shot in episode 5 was that it was an added scene afterwards. I mean, of course it happened, but what she did, it could have closed on its own completely. It didn't even have to open up. But they wanted to give Kamran's powers, maybe. Or maybe they had Najma in the ending fight. Because in the ending fight, obviously, they probably filmed that while the main part of filming was happening. We saw a set photo of this. But, you know, just not have a theory like, oh, like, was Najma meant to be there? Because then the DODC would have had a purpose for being there. Because one thing I don't think I mentioned is the spoiler warning, Jillian spoiler warning for this. The villain changed from none at all to the DODC to the clandestines and the DODC capturing clandestines to the DODC, but now it's just Agent Deaver and Agent Cleary. By the end of the episode is okay. But basically, maybe the DODC was in there. Maybe it was Najma and Kamran, and Kamran got power some other way, and they were trying to stop them, and they edited that scene in with Kamala chasing him in, talking to him right there in reshoots, and ADR'd.